Reality on the ground, real people, real issues. Andrew Chamagero, Omuntu Wansi. Today it happens to be a beautiful Monday. It's a bright day from where we are. We're coming to you live from Kampala Serena Hotel Gardens, of course. And today we're going to handle the issue called insurance. How many of you have insurance? And how many of you know what insurance does? One matter just signing a paper and you just proceed and you go ahead. So today we're going to discuss insurance. And with me, I have Dr. Andrew Chimera from the International Medical Center. This one is for life, children, what? And I have Sean Osenku. This one comes from AfriSafe. These guys deal with motor third party and stuffs like that. And we're going to discuss a variety of things. And later on, I'll be joined with another guest actually who was actually engaged in insurance from different levels and lanes. Now, the first thing is I want to start with the doctor. Yeah. Dr. Andrew, time and again, you guys have involved yourself with patients who have insurance and those who don't have insurance. Let's start with the first things first. What is the biggest challenge when it comes to health and insurance?
Thank you so much. The biggest challenge we have right now with health and insurance is knowledge and our attitude as Africans, as Ugandans on the whole, towards insurance. So you find that a number of people tend to think insurance is very expensive, and yet in the long run, they are not going to account for these costs they are going to meet each time they go into that small clinic. They give them a substandard service, and that substandard service leads to another clinic. Before you know it, they are at IMC.
Let me tell you what, doctor. Doctor, this is what happens. We as Ugandans, we have a notion that when I'll go to the clinic. Yeah. We have self-medication. We have a syndrome of self-medication, which I think is wrong. We have a notion that insurance is, as a motor at times was very expensive. Is health insurance pocket friendly countrywide?
I'll tell you, I come from a model called an health management organization, which is something somewhat I would say is going to a 5-star hotel where you get everything. You get the insurance at a cost that is very affordable and tailored to you as an individual. That's IAA for us. Okay. You'll get to a clinic, International Medical Center, I think you can testify, where you're going to get a very affordable and quality service.
The moment a word comes in international,
so inakutya, because nga wogenda yo as an individual, many times you've been there. We are very mindful okulaba nti the quality of service you get also meets the cost, the what you have as an individual. So on the overall, the fear for health insurance, if you came to IAA, to us as IAA now, you will find that we have a package that will suit you, that will suit your grandmother, that will suit your brother or relative in the village. But all these packages are meant to deliver a service that is affordable and cost-effective to you and very friendly. The problem is that word international. International should only tell you the quality of what you're getting.
I'm having Dr. Andrew Chimera from IMC, but the word international complicates whenever we see, and the word international has become of late everywhere. International ministries, born again, everything is international. International schools, international medical schools. Now, Sean deals with motor third party. You see, when we are live or when we fall sick, we fall into IMC for medication. And on a daily, we travel. We are in the cars, time and again. Mwe aba motor third party. What is motor third party?
Motor third party is, simply to be put, is where you take care of the third party in case of, say, accident or liability or whatever it is. Motor third party here is mandatory, first of all. Yes. It's mandatory. Government says it's mandatory. In 1989, when it was instituted, it was done, but in 2000, there was a review of it. So we made it a little mandatory that everyone, for you to drive a car, remember when you drive a car, in your car you sit probably you, your family, and other people. But then as you drive, there are so many things that come along your way.
Yeah.
In case of accident, you'll knock somebody, you will knock another. So government thought another way to make it simple is to provide a social protection for, say, Ugandan motorists, or rather road users, or any other person. So you could knock probably another car or another person or property, and that means that's a cost for you. You'll have to take that person to hospital.
Yeah.
Now, of course, the social protection here is to make sure that you get it at a better way.
Kakati anti feno ku ground chibira bwe kiti. I'm driving, I ram into you. Ugandans have not tetunategera third party because omuntu kasita nkono bane mukona. The thing is onkonye, how do we settle this? Do you think we have an issue of information gap, the communication gap that Ugandans should know? If I've rammed into you, let's first look at the third party bit of it.
Well, first thing you need to know is when you can't drive a car without third party.
Yes.
The police will arrest you, or the law will catch up with you. That's the first thing. Secondly, most of the guys will buy third party, and all they do is buy the sticker and put it there. Now, for us at AfriSafe, we actually want to let you know that you don't have to just keep driving your car and something like that happens and then you walk away. No. If you've had knocked somebody or knocked something, which is a third party. Remember, third party here is, like I said, it's the third person. Not your car, not you. No, it's the other person. So and you really feel there's something, tell them no. Let me contact my insurer. Usually, you need to first of all know your insurer. Contact your insurer.
Now, this is what happens. This is a very good program, Dr. Andrew. I'm thinking you're enjoying this.
Very much so.
Kwanza, we as Ugandans, we don't keep these numbers of my service provider. Mbunzi ntereke number ya insurer wange. Ngambo mwana nga yigageno ndete third party sticker nentekako.
Actually, the thing is, I don't want to be arrested, so we actually don't understand.
Thank you.
Third party.
Third party wali obuzibu. I'll tell you this. We Ugandans, we have a notion that you must have a driving permit ne third party. Tetutegera third party kola muzei. And there is a notion in third party mtu kokutuluyiwirira. A compensation, you give only 1 million. Ichikola chitia.
Well, usually the cover is there. It's 1 million probably. That's premium is for one person. But if it goes about to 10 million shillings.
Wow.
Yes, it goes about to that. That is inclusive of property. But you see, quickly report that case first of all. Tell the other person, you know what? Actually, my car is insured because you're insured.
Obusungu buli ku luguudo awo obumanyi.
Oba ino kakanya omuntu jangu oteesa olumu omanyi akakaseera muba n'obusungu.
Yes.
But mukakane muko and talk to the person and say, you know what, this is something that has happened. How about we deal with this the right way? Let me get a police report and I take it back to my insurer. It's you talked about people do not know what these contacts are, but it's very simple. Bogula third party, no matter where you bought it from, or you know kufuna that sticker that shows the numbers to call. But okay, let's make it very simple.
Yeah.
At AfriSafe, we've made it simpler.
Yes.
Why? Because we are risk consultants.
Yes.
We've had about 100 years of experience in terms of risk consultancy. So the simplest way is we have opened up a toll-free line, 0800 707 777.
So someone calls?
A call and we'll actually guide you on step by step on how you can get compensation.
Kangeze nkonyo omuntu nemba kubira. Can you come on the scene?
Absolutely. That is, you see, coming on the scene is also another thing. Neye olopio musango. But the first thing you need to know is you need to report to the police. Because if you don't have a police report, how are you going to get your claim?
Waliwo abantu bookona nga boogera bakuba amasimu ne bagamba ogunoha. Like there are these people who have they will call above nga bino third party tuli mu luzungu awo tuyitawo tutya.
That shouldn't scare you. Kuba amateeka gali clear.
Okay.
Amateeka gali so clear. Tekikutiisa kayite someone from above. Wegenda ku police owaaba omusango. Report your case. Pick that late. It's just a small. It's a report. I mean, you've reported.
Yes.
And then you come back, get other documentation. If you have a national ID, you have your other ID or identification.
Yes.
And then come report to your insurer. Say, for example, AfriSafe, you can call us at any time. because, like I said, we have a toll-free line that is 0800 707 777. Call us at any time. We will revert to you. We'll guide you. Echokola ogende. No, and of course you get the compensation because okay, Mugabe bakutomedde mukizaganyiza ne guy no jayo. You might spend more than that money. You might spend more than that money, and yet you have insurance. That means obadde togezezzaako kumanya about insurance, but to make sure that all of it works easily for you. Manya nti buli bwobeera ng'olina emmotoka aka third party sticker kagezaako kuyamba gwe nga otomedde kyotomedde wali oba omuntu oba whatever it is, it will help you.
Well, there you have it. We all get about insurance. They're soft spoken. I don't know what happens when you guys are taking us into these products. You're so nice. When it comes to issues of compensation, we always, but I'll come back. I see you burning to answer to that. Dr. Chimera, let's talk about patients without insurance. Have you had scenarios where someone was on insurance and they check into a hospital, they are worked upon, and the insurance card is zero? What do we do in such an instance?
Now, what you do in such an instance, you've come in and you're on insurance and your card is zero. Maybe your benefits have been suspended or they are not reflecting. Now that's a simple thing. Mostly what we do, we have in the international medical group, we have administrators, like you've seen at our branch in Tinda, Mukono, Jinja, and the rest. We always have these administrators and they have the contacts for your insurer. So your job will be to be the patient. You simply sit and we will call. We will take on that role to call, go that extra mile, find out what's happening with Andrew's insurance, what can we do for Andrew in the meantime. Most of the times it's an error with the system. You see, that's one of the challenge we have. You've been there and we have the card is off, the card is not on, but we always come through to take that extra mile, that extra step to come through with your insurance and figure this out.
Okay, let's look another scenario. Nga kadi yange teweddeko bugwe. Nenga ndi muntu wa bulijjo. I'm a usual Ugandan. I walk to a clinic and I have my money. Do we have arrangements at these different clinics where someone can actually just come and you pay with an insurance? Do we have those forms at the hospitals where you can just come, no form, no beranga you deposit? Do we have that payment plan with the hospital?
Now, like I said, woja to an IMC. IMC is just one entity of a bigger group, a health management organization. We have the insurer, IAA. We have the hospital, IHK, International Hospital, Namuongo. So when you come to an IMC and you speak to the business manager, if you walk to Jinja today, International Medical Center, and you ask for Dr. Chimera, and I would like to get insurance, you will definitely get all the details you need. You will definitely get what we call an insurance broker instantly at any branch. Just try it out. Walk there.
Does this even cover pregnancies? The times we have our wives and they're actually pregnant and they're going to check in at a very critical time. Do we have experts to attend to them even in the wee hours?
Yes, we have experts, but most of the time these experts, we find them at the main hospital. One other thing I will tell you about the group here is that we have the only critical care ambulance. Now,
akagamba ambulance ngategedde but kososeeko
aka critical care. Now, mu Uganda waliwo ekintu kye tuyita ICU, ekyo kitegedde,
intensive
care unit. Now, we have an intensive care unit that can pick you up from Arua. You see, your wife might be going through this difficult situation, preeclampsia, like you've been hearing so many things, and needs an ICU there and then. So as the group, we have the only critical care ambulance that will pick her up from Arua, and bring her down to IHK where she will be attended to. But I can't tell you we are going to have, we are primary healthcare providers as IMC. So we are not going to be admitting, we are not going to be, we will have to bring you down in the
critical airlifting from here to Arua. You'll actually be attended to. Dolbodo, join me. I have one Ugandan here who has actually been engaged a lot with your kind of work. This guy, I've seen him getting involved with insurance time and again. And you talked during your time. I want you to give me a totally different opinion. Insure, when they're giving you insurance, he's soft-spoken. Have you had Sean talk about insurance?
Yes.
Oh my God. You think he's actually giving you heaven. You've been involved with insurance. What has been your biggest challenge with insurance companies?
I think the biggest challenge I've had is at times insurance does not take time to educate people, like to give them the details. Ugandans, we are fond of not reading. Yes, they give us the policies.
Proud of that. Let's do something, guys. We need to read that.
They give us the policies. Okay, you go and get a policy. They give you what they call a policy book. Policy book, unfortunately, it has a low language. Yeah, where you find words that
you don't understand.
You'll find the words like indemnify, blah blah. Like now, if you don't find a person who is elite enough, or a person who can actually seek for legal consultancy, is going to end up on losing out on some things. For instance, now the other thing also is, okay, it still goes back to sensitization. There is an insurance company I know that, for instance, if you're insuring a car that is 45 million and above, if you get an accident, whatever is in the car, they'll pay for it.
Wow.
Even when it's not insured. Yeah. For instance, you have a laptop in there, and you can prove to them there was a laptop. However, it was stolen. They'll pay for it. However, other insurance companies will not pay for anything that was not insured.
Within.
Exactly. Now, this thing, it's until maybe you have a one-on-one with their people. You're like, okay, please take me through this. That's when they'll tell you.
So we as Ugandans, Dolibonda has actually been on the first lane with insurance. Where do you think, besides the issue of sensitization, do you think we need to roll out a government program that you understand the issue of insurance? Where do you think we need to put more emphasis?
I think the government thing would be very helpful, because when you look at recently, I saw a document that was doing rounds on social media about a guy who is intending to sue insurance companies regarding the third-party thing. Yeah. You find that many people get accidents and they don't know what to do. I got so touched one day. I went to Chira police station. A guy had knocked a person who was crossing, who happens to be the third party. Am I correct? Now, when this guy knocked a person, he was put in jail. After being put in jail, after some time, they released the guy on bond to go and look for money to treat
the patient.
So by the time I went there, the guy had come back. So
did he have money?
He didn't have money. So that's where it went wrong. Now, when the guy came back, the traffic officer who was handling his case asked him, have you come with the money or not? Then the guy started explaining why he has not come with the money, blah, blah, blah. He just told them, Toa Viato. So I asked the guy,
the officer,
yes, did that guy have a third party on his car or not?
Why are you sniffing?
He told me, boss, do what has brought you here and go.
Sean, that's where you come in.
Well,
did you hear that scenario?
Yes.
What can a Ugandan do in such a state where even our officers are not enlightened about the third party?
Like I said, buy genuine third party from a recognized person or recognized entity.
Does this prove that there are Bichupoli third parties out there?
Yes, there's a lot of Bichupoli a lot of it. And by the way, just so you know, soon there'll be a very big crackdown. But if you're to buy your third party, buy from a genuine place. Now let me tell you a simpler way. AfriSafe is giving you that *210 *22 hash. You buy your third party on your phone. You don't have to drive to the petrol station or wherever it is. On your phone, and in 1 hour it will be delivered to you. Why? It's genuine, it is original, it's authentic. Now, after you bought that third party, you have a place where you can make sure you do your claims. Like I told you, there's a toll-free line. When you do that, there's always someone going to come in case of an accident. Like Dolibondo says, you get the accident, call up that number. There's always a number there.
Yeah.
Call up that number. And to make it better, we've said it's free. It's a toll-free line. Call up that number. One of our agents will be right there with you, meaning that you won't have to go through the whole challenge of being toa viatu.
But again, Sean, when you talk about that, there is something he hinted about, and that brings this back to life. Do you as insurers have a campaign of sensitizing, of creating awareness to Ugandans? Because like he says, we Ugandans don't want to read. Why do you give us documents to sign with heavy English that we can't understand?
First, one thing you should know, that insurance is one of the most highly regulated industries.
Okay.
The IRA, that's the Insurance Regulator Authority. You're talking about government, their government. They have been trying, they're actually doing sensitization. If you listen, most of the times you'll get on talk shows on different radio stations, they're trying to tell people about insurance and how you can get your insurance. Now, Echidala, when one thing you need to do is always look for a very good broker. There are very many brokers in Kampala and in Uganda, across everywhere. These people help to educate you. They tell you on what you need to do. You see, when you want to buy insurance, why would you just buy? We should actually know why you want to buy. He talked of his car of 45 million shillings and being insured with everything. You get a replacement. The whole essence about insurance is you want everything to be back as it was, right? So if this shirt, you don't want it to be lost. That means you say, let me insure my shirt. And then you want it to be paid back. If it is an Ongaro or something, we'll buy it from you, Ongaro, and give it back to you. But you see, why you need to get a broker? This broker will actually tell you that, you know what, Andrew, emotoke no value yayo ye sente zino. Obukadde 45 oyinza obufiirwa ate notafuna.
Wenyini, there is another thing. Mulwawo nnyo mwetooloola nnyo okutuddiza ebintu byaffe. What is your comment about that?
Now, before I go there, about the broker issue, I 100% agree.
Yes.
However, it goes back to like we are all onga humans. Chiringo omuntu akuwa loan. Tagenda kukugamba mbu when you don't pay on a day, on the actual date, tugenda kuongera muka obaka 0.01%. You get it? Tabigambe ebyo. Adinalyo kagamba mukulu. Soma bulungi ekintu ekyo. Soma bulungi ekintu ekyo n'ogamba naye we twali fenna. Lwaki tewangamba? When you're together, akubeerako signing. Yes. Now, about the broker thing and about the sensitization you're saying insurance is doing, I think it needs a lot more effort. Why? When you go to radios, I'll give you an example. Wano wetuli fena tewali awuliriza ki?
Nze njiwuliriza buvunaanyizibwa bwange.
Kati nze sijiwuliriza. Okitegeera. I was caught up nga ndaba ngenda kutuuka ki obudde nga buyise n'enninnya boda. Temuli ki radio. Okitegeera. So there is a time when I'm not on any platform. However, kati waliwo omuntu ng'owa taxi ne radio ye yafa. I think the sensitization has to go down. Wakati binebya radio, you're trying to target a certain class of people.
Use
all avenues.
Radio compensation.
Compensation.
How long?
Compensation. Initially, I had a problem with it until I got a proper explanation. Because me.
What was the explanation?
The explanation was, okay, they take a little long, but one, to me, they rather take a little long than not to take a long, than not take some time. However, abantu bano nabo balina bakama baabwe. Ne bakama baabwe balina bakama baabwe. Paka kuna nyini company atabeera nawa Uganda.
No. Explain we are running out of time.
The thing about claims, we call it claims. The thing about claims is most of the times omuntu ayinza okugamba nti nze motoka bagitomedde nze mujje mu bikole You see, you need to take steps because that's why I said the broker guy. So a broker will tell you this is what you need to do when you have a police report, you have an assessment report. The assessors will go there, and the writers will go and check out the scene. They'll put everything together and then they'll call you and say, you know what, Andrew, and this goes across the board, not just about vehicles insurance, third-party insurance or comprehensive insurance. Chibane kugundi workman's compensation. Ngovadoli mukumuli mukatinga gwe wano ne bakube jinja kati. Otegeira omusai guvude. There's a report that has to be done.
Which report? Report.
Dr. Andrew, you have something to say?
Well, one thing I have to say, the one thing that is coming out clearly here is that we have a lot of knowledge gap.
Yes.
In how we are sensitizing people out there. I'll tell you for a fact, as healthcare providers, the biggest challenge we have is not actually the person you sell to the insurance, is actually the person who benefits from the insurance. Now, what we call the beneficiaries. Now, like for you, your family and everyone.
I know my wife and son.
Your wife and son. Are they aware of these policies? Do they know what they are entitled to and what they can do without this insurance? Are they going to give their card to their neighbor that this is now a community thing, so we can all use, causing fraud and causing delay in claims if things happen? So this knowledge thing should actually go down to the roots, like you're saying.
Okay.
If we are brokers and we are out there, we've assigned a broker as the insurers, we need to take that extra step and actually go down to the families, go down to the entire beneficiaries. So I think that can solve a lot of these wars. Why is my card not working?
Well, there you have it. Flavia, back to you in studio. But the reality is, like, you had it from Dolibondo here. We have a communication gap, information gap when it comes to our locals here. The doctor makes it much more clear. Hospitals have a payment plan where Ugandans can actually subscribe. But most times, we love to go to the hospital, no Sasula, real time. And from Sean here, what I'm collecting is that we need to follow procedures. It is safer you follow procedures. And just so you know, Sean said we have fake insurers in the market. We have a lot of Bichupoli third-party givers, so you need to know where are you getting your insurance from, where are you getting your third party from, and is it valid? From Dolibondo here says compensation takes long, but it's worth the waiting.
Andrew, about the fake third-party stickers. Like I said, buy your genuine third party from a recognized person. Secondly, if your genuine third party helps you get your claim back easily, because you know this is the person that I got it from, and once you do that, you actually got it. Like I told you about, we're doing something where you can buy third party from your phone. Third party kusimu. Simplest way is you have to dial like when get Jokola mobile money, Ogula airtime. It's free. Chobogenda, you just dial star 210 star 22 hash. Once you do that, just stay with it in your phone. Star 210 star 22 hash. If you do that, follow the prompt. Musawemu wonna woli mu Kampala, Mukono, Entebbe, oboli waka. Stay at your comfort.
Convenient. You had that?
Yes. Well, even when you're in front of the policeman, Mugambe nedda gumikiriza kafande. Dial your star 210 star 22.
Flavia, there you have it. It's a great conversation. Insurance, it's what we need.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Andrew Chamagiro. Insurance penetration in Uganda, 0.81%. I've actually been just told. 29 companies that actually deal with insurance, and 20 of them are non-life and the 9 are for life insurance. We need to break that down, what it means. We need to find out what products of insurance actually for the low-income earner, because I'm not quite sure you're going to go to my village in Chinoni Churubura and you're actually going to sell life insurance to my grandmother. She could care less. She says we're all going to die at a certain point. We don't need to get insurance. But of course, you've dealt a lot with motor.
I hear you.
And there's a big conversation around motor insurance and the anti-fraud unit, what they found that perhaps, you know, you thought, you and I thought that it's these people who say, my building has burnt down, so pay me. It's actually people in motor that have the most fraud. So we'll have that discussion with the Insurance Regulatory Authority of Uganda Market and Research Development Assistant Director, but that's after the break.